Welcome to feature number 5 in your KnoCard Auto training. This feature is one of the most important in the entire pipeline because it represents the ultimate goal, selling the vehicle. Everything we've done so far, smart link delivery, real-time engagement, test drive logging, and triggering the finance application, all lead to this moment. But here's the truth. Many sales reps, even experienced ones, struggle with closing the deal. And I don't just mean in tough situations or with difficult customers. I mean in the final steps, after the approval is in place. Think about this. A customer fills out a finance app. They get approved. At that point, many reps assume the deal is done. They think, great, the customer's approved, we're good to go. But what happens next? Too often, the customer walks out of the dealership, maybe to think about it, maybe to check out another model, or sometimes they even take that approval down the street to another dealership. Yes, that really happens. Customers sometimes view an approval as portable, meaning they can use that same credit qualification elsewhere. If your rep isn't laser focused on finalizing the sale, that customer could slip away. This is where KnoCard Auto creates accountability and structure. Why sold vehicle is a critical feature. When a rep moves a customer from finance app to sold vehicle, they're doing more than logging data. They're showing that they followed through. They're proving that they didn't just get interest or approval, they closed the deal. In KnoCard Auto, when a rep marks sold vehicle, it updates their personal pipeline showing progression through all sales stages, notifies the manager that the rep has converted the lead into a sale, creates a time-stamped record of the close, just like every other stage of the pipeline. This feature is not just for reporting, it's a coaching tool. Managers can look at a rep's pipeline and see exactly where deals might be stalling. If a rep logs a ton of test drives and finance apps but few sold vehicles, it's a sign they need help closing. The psychology behind closing. You might think that once a finance application is approved, the sale is automatic, but it's not. Customers may hesitate for a variety of reasons. They might want to compare options at other dealerships. They might get cold feet about the final price. They might be undecided between multiple vehicles. And here's a key stat to remember. Once a customer fills out a finance application and gets approved, industry data shows that 60 to 70% of those customers will buy. But the flip side of that stat is also true. If you don't act, you could be losing 30 to 40% of those opportunities to hesitation or competition. That's why KnoCard Auto tracks this step. It's about closing the gap between approval and final commitment. The metrics behind this stage. Let's look at what we know. 41% of dealership appointments or leads convert to a sale when the process is managed properly. When a customer gets approved for credit, the probability of them buying jumps to 60–70%. However, customers are known to shop around and even take pre-approvals to other stores if a rep doesn't guide them into ownership immediately. So how does this translate into what you do as a KnoCard Auto rep? It means that when you trigger the finance app, you already need to be thinking about the close. It's not just about getting approval. It's about transitioning the customer smoothly into a decision. When the approval comes in, your language changes. You move from, let's see what's possible, to, congratulations, here's how we can get you in this vehicle today. The Google review trigger, a bonus that builds your reputation. Now let's talk about something that happens after the sale, but is just as important for your dealership's future success. Google reviews. The moment you mark sold vehicle in KnoCard Auto, you'll have the option to send a Google review request to your customer by text message. Why is this so powerful? Because the best time to ask for a review is right after the customer is most excited. That's the delivery moment, the handshake, the smile when they get the keys. If you wait until tomorrow, next week, or the first service visit, the odds of getting a review drop dramatically. But if you ask right there on the spot via a simple text link, you'll see far higher response rates. And the best part, it's seamless. The rep doesn't have to hand the customer a tablet, ask awkwardly, or beg for a review. They just say, hey, if you wouldn't mind, I just sent you a quick link where you can leave us a Google review. It means the world to me, and it really helps our dealership. The customer taps, they leave the review, and your online reputation grows, one sale at a time. How KnoCard helps sales managers. For the GSM or dealer principal, this feature is gold. They can see exactly which reps are closing deals, how many sales are happening in real time, and who is consistently asking for reviews. It eliminates the guesswork of, did the rep ask for the review? Did they log the sale? Are they actually closing customers after finance? With KnoCard, it's all in the pipeline. How to talk about this feature to a GSM. When presenting this feature, you want to frame it like this. Would you agree that the ultimate goal of your sales process is to get the customer to drive off your lot in one of your vehicles and to leave as a happy customer? What we've found is that many sales reps get a customer approved but struggle with the final close. KnoCard tracks that moment, the sold vehicle stage, to ensure your team isn't just generating approvals, but actually turning them into sales. And while they're doing that, they're also asking for a Google review in real time. That means your online reputation grows naturally with every sale, with zero extra work on your part. Key coaching points for reps. Don't assume approval means a sale. You have to close. Use KnoCard to mark each step: Smart Link, Test Drive, Finance app, and sold vehicle. Always ask for the Google review when you mark the sale. Remember, reviews build your personal credibility as much as the dealership's. Training wrap-up, the sold vehicle. Plus, Google Review Trigger feature is not just about tracking a final step. It's about owning the sales process from start to finish. If you follow the steps, engage with the Smart Link, get them on a test drive, send the Finance app, and then confidently close, you'll not only hit your sales targets, but you'll also leave every customer with a positive final impression that feeds back into the dealership's reputation.